say it. This is the final closing time for the video commentary thoughts. Okay, let's get started, shall we? This is me, Alicia Music, and you want to know why? Because it's time for another edition of final closing time for the video commentary thoughts for Tuesday. That's right, November the 15th in the year 2011. And guess what? Remember, I just said last Sunday, or should I say yesterday, that the police move in on occupied Portland. And I just want to read a short things because the my computer is going to be messing up shortly, whatever. But here it is. Several hundred protesters are are wearing goggles and gas mask and marched past authorities in a downtown street last Sunday night. After hours, the police were forced that Occupy Portland demonstrators to get out of here of a pair of weeks old. That's what, and that means a camping near parks, wherever it is. And you all know, here is your worst nightmare. The police, shortly before noon, and drove the protesters into the streets after dozens remained in the camp. In defiance, city officials. That's why Mayor Sam Adams had ordered that the camp must shut down last Saturday after midnight, citing unhealthy conditions and encampment attractions of drug users and thieves. Uh-oh. Might be your worst nightmare. But more than 50 protesters were arrested. That's right. 50 protesters were arrested in the police action, and the officers didn't use tear gas, rubber bullets, and other so-called non-violent weapons. That's what police said. That means the raid will continue. A number of demonstrators are swelling throughout the afternoon. By evening, dozens of officers brandishing nightsticks stood shoulder to shoulder to hold the protesters back. And you know what that means? The authorities, that's right, were retreated, and protesters broke the law by the standoff of marching through the streets. Please. And I told you, this skull's full of mush. This is dumb. Absolutely positively dumb. Okay. But there's more to the story, and that is Occupy Wall Street in New York City. You want to know the rest? Here it is. Police were arrested. That's right, 70 people, 70 protesters at New York City Park this early Tuesday morning, including some of the people. Some of the protesters were chained themselves together, clearing the park, and just the officers arrived. This is according to the New York Post, and it says, after midnight, they're handing out letters, the officers, to protesters, ordering them to temporarily evacuate the park. That's right. The campers were told to remove their tents and their belongings where it belongs. Now, get this. You better listen up, all of you Occupy Wall Street protesters. So are you, Occupy Portland. Get this. The city has determined that the continuation of continuation of the occupation of Zagati Park poses an increased health and fire safety hazards. And guess what? We require all of you Occupy Wall Street protesters, to leave this park on a daily basis so it can be cleared and restored for its intended use. And you will be allowed to return to the park in several hours when this work is completed. And if you decide to return, guess what? You are not going to bring tents, no sleeping bags, tarps. I don't think so. And no material things with you. Now, this is going to be a very simple, short subject. According to the Wall Street Journal, and I quote this: a man who identifies himself, that's right, a New York police department captain, uses a bullhorn to order the people out of the park and saying repeatedly that this temporary evacuation was necessary to dismantle illegal instructions that presented a fire hazard. Now, guess what? Here it is. Here is your worst nightmare. And you're going to hear this: 400 police officers, that's right, 400 police officers, who stood around side by side at the park where dozens of people were remaining placed. And what about the public buses were operated? That's right, Metropolitan Transportation Authority. We're seen pulling up the sites, and that means which the center of the Occupy Wall Street movement was nearly 2 months. Now get this. You Occupy Wall Street people, you're going to pack your things and go. Seriously. And now you're going to chant, protesting, whose park? Our park. You're wrong. This is not your floor. It's not your park either. It's Zuccotti Park. Believe it or not, it's Zuccotti Park. Do you understand? And what about this one? You don't have to do this. Oh yeah? We will do this ourselves. We conservative people know this. And the real conservative truth lives here. So all of you protesters out there, you near camping you know who kitchen linked themselves together using padlocks. And did you know that 2 a.m. just before that, police began to clear the park aggressively and knocking over the tent which for all of you had been streaming from Sagani Park. But there was one protester who refused to get out of the tent, and that is 3 officers. That's right, in a riot gear, carried him away, wrapped in pieces of tent and tarp. That's why a video stream continued to broadcast, with nearly 20,000 viewers were watching the footage online. And you might think that NPR does this, you know who to report this, or MSNBC. You're wrong. You're absolutely positively wrong. And just 3 hours before that, Michael Mayor Bloomberg, Bloomberg and Police Commissioner Ray Kelly and New York City Fire Commissioner Sal Casino and other officials were secretly at City Hall to greenlight this campaign to clear the park. That means they're going to, yeah, that's right, they're going to go in and do this, all because of the health violations and rising crime in a source that way. And and NYPD has issued a statement from Fox News Channel says that we're not making any arrests, and the police are stationed at the park every single night. Well, what about the Occupy Wall Street leaders? They announced to have a wrecking on last Thursday to shut down. Guess what? They're shutting down Wall Street 7 o'clock in the morning and occupy the subways 3 in the afternoon, and so it's take down the square at 5 p.m. Don't you think it's pure evil? I mean, don't you think it's pure evil and anti-Semitism? Are you crazy? You Occupy Wall Street. I want you evacuated because I had enough to hear, and you are in trouble. All of your skulls full of mush. And I'm fed up with this. And that's why, according to this, Occupy Wall Street protesters were evicted, and 50 people were arrested. Same thing as demonstrators were arrested too in occupied Oakland. Oakland. Now you tell me, am I angry? Yes, I am angry. Alex was like, how you be so angry about this argument? Oh yeah, yes, I am angry. I am very disappointed because the Occupy Wall Street protesters are officially leave Zuccotti Park, and so is Occupy Oakland to leave this place, and so is Occupy Portland to leave it. And guess what? That's evil. Pure evil. And anti-Semitism. Read my lips. And you, Occupy Wall Street, you should be ashamed of yourself. Bringing their tents, all that crap. What if the police will do? We'll have to arrest you. 70 people were arrested. That means the police will arrest all of you 70 people. And that's why you try to link together? You're wrong. Pack your things, Occupy Wall Street, and get the hell out of here. Because the people belongs to Zuccotti Park in New York City. And then you want to trash it, destroy it. You're wrong. You are absolutely positively wrong. And why? Because all you Occupy Wall Street will learn this lesson. Here's a lesson for all of you. Skulls full of mush of Occupy Wall Street protesters. Skulls of mush. Be gone forever. Because I don't like it at all. If you don't like it, if you can't take the heat, Occupy Wall Street, get your butts out of the kitchen. Because we, conservative people, we're on this mission to get rid of you, Occupy Wall Street. Pure and simple. And that's why we, the conservative people, don't have agenda. Because you don't have agenda, Occupy Wall Street. You. And one more thing. Don't you ever do that again. If you do this one more time, I will shove all of you, Occupy Wall Street, inside your throats. Whether you like it or not. End of story. Anyways, don't forget to Facebook me and follow me at facebook.com/LHMusicTime, as well as twitter.com/LHMusicTime. And of course, check my website at lhmusictimefactor.weebly.com for the LH Music Time Factor website. And tomorrow, I want you to remember this. Jerry Sandusky has been suspended. You all know about this one? This is last Sunday. I just choose it anyways because keep me civilized. Pure and simple. Find out what it is. And don't forget tomorrow, don't forget Thursday. It's going to be Final Closing Time Factor Friday video commentary thoughts on Thursday. Just about that. LH Music has to sign off and go with God's blessings. And I feel better already. So be it. We will be the real conservative key for real conservative answers. That's why the real conservative truth lives here. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.